Hey guys, welcome back. You can tell, I know, that I am super sick again. This is actually the first day I felt good enough to actually sit here for an extended period of time and try to film. The last couple days have basically been me sleeping all day or in bed, just like I didn't have enough energy to do anything. I still look pretty bad, obviously. I mean, I'm on camera, you can tell. My nose is so red, I am so congested, I will probably have to blow my nose 50 million times while I try to film this. But that's okay, because I'm finally starting to feel a little better, more like myself, and I can't wait to get back into this. So today's video is actually one I'm extra excited to try because I have never tried this brand before, and I am going to be trying a full face of first impressions as a one brand tutorial. So over the Thanksgiving Black Friday weekend, I was on the hunt for some really great makeup deals, obviously. And one of the ones I found was Catrice. So any 5 products that you put in your bag, you got for $20, and you also received a free makeup bag. And I'm actually surprised that this makeup bag is as big as it is, and it feels very sturdy and honestly fairly well made. And what I didn't realize, because I just started adding things to my bag, to go back and kind of filter through later, was that every 5 that you put in your bag came out to $20. So I got to the checkout and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to have to go through and sort through all this stuff and figure out what I want, what I didn't really need, etc. And my total came out to, it was like $60 and some change because I had a couple in there that didn't fall in the promo. $60, and I got way more than a full face of makeup. So if you're ready, I'm ready. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with my eyes first today, if only because I can blow my nose a couple of extra times before I put my foundation on. So first, let's go ahead and prime our lids, and I'm going to be using the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer, and I don't know the shade. It just says 005. I guess that's the shade. Just go ahead and put 2 little dots on my lids. I'll just pat it in with my finger. And to set the concealer, I'm going to go into this Sand Nudes eyeshadow palette, which has 6 shades, and this was only like $1.99, so that was a really good deal. And I'm going to take this second lightest shade right here, which is a matte shade, and just tap this all over the lid to set it. Next, I think I'm going to take the third shade here. It's kind of like this really beautiful matte peach shade, and run this all in the crease. Not getting any of this shade on my brush. I mean, is it really that light that I don't see it, or what? It's like absolutely nothing. Okay, so I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do for transition shade now, because that one didn't work at all. I guess I can try the contouring palette. This is the Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette in Ashy Radiance, and I'm going to use the actual contour shade. There's a highlight and a contour shade. I'm going to try to use this contour shade here. it's a transition shade. Oh, this works way better than that peachy shade did. Alright, let's try to go back to that Sand Nudes palette one more time and go with this darkest shade here. Whoa, okay. I think this one's gonna be pigmented. This darkest shade here on the right and try to deepen up the crease. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, so just that peach shade was kind of fail, but these other ones seem to be okay. And I think lastly I'm going to take some of this shimmery, deeper shade here, this 5th shade, and just try to get this on the outer corner to deepen it up. Now I'm super excited because this is the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Metal Eyeshadow, and this is Mauves Like Jagger. Such a cool name. And this looks like dragon scales. It looks so beautiful in the packaging. So I can't wait to try this out. I'm going to try to do this on the inner, like, half of my lid. I think for this I'm just going to use my finger. Oh man, that feels so cool. It does feel like scaly. And just do this on the inner half of my lid. I lied. Let's try it wet with a brush and see how it does. 'Cause I kind of feel like this would be better wet. Let's see. Oh, I was right. Much better wet. While I was off camera finishing up my eyeshadow, I also tried to create a wing with this ultra slim eyeliner pen. I did not like this. I don't know if I just kind of got like an older pen, maybe, but it skipped everywhere. So I have two very uneven wings. It skipped a lot right here on actually like the wing portion, which was really frustrating on this one. This one turned out okay. Maybe it was just the other angle was better. I don't know. But, I really didn't like the pen. Okay, so for primer, we have the Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. On the back it says it's a lightweight primer that minimizes shine and reduces optically the size of pores, long-lasted and dermatologically tested. So let's go ahead and just, oh, we have to open this. This feels like it's going to be slightly tacky, which I like in primers, so far so good. For foundation, I actually was able to pick up two, which is really exciting. I got the HD Liquid Coverage Foundation and the All Matte Plus Shine Control Makeup. Now both of them say they have a matte finish. I really want to try out this HD Liquid Coverage one, but honestly, I've heard about this one before. You know, I've seen some reviews. They've been good, but I haven't heard anything really about this one. So I think let's go ahead and give this one a shot. Ah! Oh my god, what? What? Okay, so I was very surprised to find out that when I open this, it's just like a wand? What? I feel like this isn't right, but okay. I guess I'll just dot this on my face. It's really weird. Also, both of these foundations only come in 4 shades, and basically it's like light and light. There's no like depth of color whatsoever, so they really could do a lot better with that, and I think that's one thing that is kind of the downside to the brand, is they just really have like the crappiest shade range. I'm sorry, Catrice. But, you know, to be more shade inclusive, definitely need more than 4 shades. Alright, so let's give this a shot. This is the lightest shade. This is 10 or light beige. I don't actually know if this is going to be the right color or not, but we will find out. Okay, one go of that really didn't give me what I wanted in terms of coverage, and honestly, this is an awful way to apply this. Like, I just really don't understand. Did mine break or something? Or, like, is this the way it's supposed to look? I don't get it. Okay, so the foundation's really not that bad. I don't think the shade is that awful. If it oxidizes any, it might be a little too dark, but I think it's something that I can kind of play around with and make work. Still only 4 shades of this. It took 2 layers for me to get the coverage that I wanted. I'm more of like a medium coverage is where like I really like to be. And I don't even know what 2 layers of this is because it has like the weirdest little applicator. Like I really don't understand it. Anyway, let's go back to the concealer. This is the same one that I used on my lids. I did like the texture of this. It felt very nice and creamy and thick. So let's see how this does. Let's just start with the eyes first and kind of see how I feel about it. Okay, so the concealer really isn't that bad. It's nice, thick, creamy, does a good job, does what it's supposed to do. I think for like every day for me, it's kind of too orange. It has a very orange undertone, and you know, I think every day it wouldn't work. But right now, because I'm still getting over being sick, I've got some dark circles, I've got a lot of redness in my face, it's doing a really good job, so I am enjoying it. And to set everything in place, I'm going to try the Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder, which says it's waterproof, it's translucent, and it says the silky waterproof powder for a long-lasting mattified and flawless complexion. Okay, yeah. Resists humidity, fits every skin tone with soft focus effect and vitamin A and E. So let's go ahead and try this out. They also had an HD powder, but I was a little worried about that with flashback. I'm already so pale. You know, I don't really need any extra flashback to make me look even paler. So I went with this one instead. I think it's also worth noting that so far, none of these products have emphasized any of the texture on my nose from being sick. Like, it's super, super dry. So that's a good plus. I'm going to go back into this professional contouring palette and use this contour shade as a bronzer because I think this is going to be a really beautiful bronze shade. It's not too warm and it's not super cool. It's kind of in between. So I'm going to tap my brush in and just warm up the face. I think if you're going for a nice, soft, natural look, then this is perfect. This is wonderful. It also doesn't cling to anything, doesn't emphasize any texture. I think if you have a darker skin tone though, this might not work for you, which is what I kind of feel about everything so far. I just don't feel like a lot of these products come in shades that kind of, you know, span a whole range of skin tones. But if you do have fair skin and you're looking for something that's not going to make you look super muddy or just like, you know, too much of a contrast between like your bronze or contour and your skin tone, then this is really good. Next up is blush, and I picked out the illuminating blush in shade 40, La Vie en Rose. It says it's a blush with a subtle shimmer and pearl effect for a radiant and defined complexion. Perfectly highlights cheekbones and creates a fresh look, dermatologically tested. I'm a little worried that it's a little too bright for me, but we'll try it out anyway. So let's just tap in. very nice and subtle. Next up, and I'm super excited because I want to fill my brows in so badly, is the Eyebrow Stylist, and this is in shade 20, Date with Ashton. I guess this is the lightest one I think they had, which was the nicest, like, ashiest shade, and I have such a hard time. Ugh. You guys know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, finding a nice ashy blonde tone that actually shows up on my skin. A lot of these are just so, they don't stick around, my skin's too oily, it's just the worst. But let's go ahead and give this a shot. Let's brush the brow hairs in the right direction and give this a try. Alright guys, we are on the final stretch. I think it's time, before we do the highlighting, to finish up the eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the brush that I used to blend out all the shades on the lid and just quickly run it under the lower lash line. And now I'm going to go in with a flat brush and this shimmery dark shade and just lightly trace my lower lash line. And go back in one more time with that fluffy brush and just kind of gently blend it out. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to take this first shade here in that Sand Nudes palette on a very small pencil brush. Oh man, that is gorgeous. Wow, that is a beautiful shade. Holy moly. That was so pretty. I think I'm going to run this on my brow bone too. That was gorgeous. Honestly, I think I kind of want to do this just over my whole face. It was so pretty. So. Oh, yes. Dang, that is a gorgeous shade. I didn't even use the real highlight I bought. That's stunning. For mascara, we have the Rock Couture Extreme Volume Mascara. And it is the Ultra Black Mascara for extreme volume, length, and curl. For an edgy catwalk look that lasts all day. Ophthalmologically tested. Ooh. This mascara reminds me of my absolute all-time favorite mascara, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga Rock. And they don't sell that one in the States anymore that I can tell. Last time I bought it was in Canada, and I kind of hoarded it into my luggage. But this reminds me exactly of that because it has the brush with the really small bristles. It gets every lash and it's basically foolproof because it's not long enough for you to really get it on your lids. So this might be a new favorite here. I don't know. We're on the last step. I have the Catrice Ombre Two-Tone Lipstick. Ooh, that's kind of cool. It has a dark tip and then a lighter, like, core. Ooh, I can't wait to try this out. So, I guess the tip should be, like, the liner part, sort of. I don't know. I need a mirror that I can get closer with. Then how do you get the bottom part without going, like, upside down crazy? I don't really understand. Okay, so lips are on, and it's a cool idea, but the shape of it is just kind of weird. It's like a diamond, and it just doesn't. It's hard to get around like the small like delicate contours of your mouth, and I ended up having to clean up a lot with concealer because it was kind of a mess. Thank you guys so much for joining me today with this one. I know I still sound kind of bad, but this whole look actually turned out pretty well considering how bad my nose is right now. And I'm very proud because I didn't have to blow my nose one time during this entire video, which is pretty impressive. If you guys like these videos, don't forget to give them a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below before you leave. Also, let me know in the comments below if you like these videos, if you like these kinds of videos, like these one brand tutorials, because this was really fun. It was like Christmas, basically, getting to try out a whole bunch of new products from one brand all at once. So let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys!